It seems like we now got official confirmation that Drake is dropping his new album For All the Dogs this week, Friday, August 26th or 23rd. Amazon Music just confirmed this and a bunch of other sources as well. So let's go over this and let's see if this is actually dropping in 3 days. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So in the video that I literally just dropped where I went over the album cover drawn by his son Adonis, I also went into some of the theories. For example, Benny X tweeting out that there was going to be something that he was working on coming out next Friday, so this Friday at the point of him tweeting that, or him tweeting out, dog noises just earlier on this morning. So it all seemed like we were in preparation for this thing to be rolling out, and it seems like now we've gotten even further doubling down info of this thing actually dropping. So let's take a look at this. So this was the tweet that was surfacing on Twitter that a bunch of people were talking about. So Amazon Music, the official account, retweeted the OVO Sound post about the cover for All the Dogs, and they added to this, Drizzy's son has a future as a cover artist. New at Drake, August 25th. So August 25th is pretty weird because Friday will be the 26th. But my theory is that they're referring to Thursday night, because I see a lot of people do this. Actually, we had it with Travis. Some people were saying 27th, but it was dropping the night of the 27th, so the 28th. So it seems like that could be the reason why they're saying 25th. Maybe Amazon Music knows something that we don't. Maybe they have some inside information. Maybe they're part of the rollout. They're going to do some exclusive stuff, some exclusive events for the album. We don't know, but they posted this and they're a pretty reasonable source. What's then also interesting is that the Beeper app also posted this. It says Drake For All the Dogs Friday. And now a couple of people were saying that this was only because they saw Amazon Music post this. But actually, I doubt that the official account of the Beeper app that is, known in the music scene would just base a tweet from the official account that has some sort of representative role just based on an Amazon tweet. I doubt that. And they also specifically said Friday, so I think that Amazon just meant Thursday night, so the 25th to the 26th. So those two sources are now saying that Drake is going to be dropping the album on Friday, and a bunch of news sites on Instagram, on Twitter, you might have seen this, already took this as like given. They're now posting Drake confirmed to be dropping, and it may be that he is. Maybe Drake is now confirmed to be dropping this Friday, but of course I'll keep y'all updated as soon as we learn more stuff about this, so make sure you stay subscribed. Also the fun fact real quick, Drake is now the most listened to rapper ever in Spotify history with 75.694 million monthly listeners. And this before the album is dropping, so likely this is going to get a bunch of more, numbers up once the album is actually dropped, and I think that'll make history. Also, one thing that I wanted to go into real quick, because it might, further confirm a feature, is that Nicki Minaj also reposted the cover art for this and posted these eye emojis and also tagged @Champagne Poppy, so Drake's Instagram account, on her story. So it seems like Nicki is now also confirmed to be on the project. She's also, posted #Dricky and stuff like that, and Drake talked about her being on the album at a recent show, but this is kind of a doubling down, and she's also now referring to the cover art, and that might be a reason that she's now promoting it because it's dropping this Friday. Now she is together with Travis Scott, who he posted on his story, and together with also maybe Frank Ocean, that I go into in the last video if you don't know what I'm talking about, confirmed as features. If the album is actually dropping this week, that means we're going to get more and more info over the next 2 to 3 days. We're likely going to get a track list with all the features on there, with all the track names. Drake has been weirdly quiet about this. He's been so busy teasing this at his live shows at the It's All a Blur tour. He's been talking about this thing dropping for weeks now, even giving us, you know, exact dates. Like he said 4 weeks ago that it would be dropping in 2 weeks, which then obviously wasn't true. But it's still kind of weird that we haven't gotten any other info from him on this. So I believe the next 2 to 3 days will be crucial and will be very, very relevant when it comes to the rollout for all the dogs, because that's obviously going to fuel the entire thing until we get the release on Friday. Now, he also obviously could just not talk about this and then drop the track list right before the release, just like he did with Honestly Nevermind about a year ago, because that was also kind of rumored that something was coming, but then he only dropped the cover and track list just a couple of hours, not a bunch of hours, a couple of hours before the release of the album at midnight. So that was kind of weird, but in this case, we know more about the album going into this, and I think that he's going to have some sort of track list coming out, or at least give us a bunch of more hints as to who's featured on there and what we can expect from it. Now, we got to address one thing that I always mentioned when talking about this album. He's dropping this in the middle of his tour. I mean, the tour is only going for like 2 weeks still, so it's not like a bunch of people missed out on this, but still, the people that go to the shows in early September will miss out on him playing maybe stuff from this new album. He might go the route of not playing the new album and only finishing the Her Lost stuff, and then people can just enjoy the album on their own. But still, for an artist to release an album on tour and then not perform the new songs is kind of a lack of promotion. It's kind of a missed opportunity for him. I know it's Drake. He don't gotta, you know, think about marketing opportunities that much, because people will listen to his music and, you know, have it on live shows anyway. But still, to me, that was always very weird that he would do this. So I wouldn't be surprised. Let me say it like that. It seems like now it's confirmed. But let me just say, I would not be completely blown away if he decides to wait another 1 or 2 weeks and drop it right after the tour, just a couple of days after the tour, the next possible Friday. I wouldn't be surprised by that, just because of the reasons that I just laid out, but we'll see what happens. It's just something that I wanted to, you know, kind of keep y'all warned at, and keep y'all attention on that, so that you're not going to get fully disappointed if that actually is the case. But yeah, it seems like Drake dropping the new album this Friday for all the dogs. We got the cover art, we got the confirmation from these big companies that are involved behind the scenes with the distribution of music, so it seems like there's a credible source right there. Also, the Benny X stuff was obviously pretty suspicious, but let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think this is dropping this Friday, and what do you think we're gonna get until then? A track list, features, all of that, and all your theories and your expectations for this album and everything that you got going on in your head about a Drake album. Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.